we could probably spend the entire hour talking about what a pen test should be versus what it is that's being offered in the marketplace. But I think tying it back to actual testing of tactics and techniques that are used by actual threat actors, rather than just being, oh, I noticed you have this web asset. I'm going to look at it for OWASP top 10, or, oh, I'm going to run a vulnerability scanner and write you a report. Those are not pen tests. And so, yeah, the what is a pen test conversation, I mean, it kind of delves into this next question I have pretty well, which is when you work with MSPs, you have to define a pen testing engagement. And I would imagine that not every MSP comes to you with the same understanding of what the pen test is or what its results will be. When you get into those conversations around engagements and scoping and deliverables, what you walk through, like, for the MSPs that have a good engagement versus MSPs that are more challenging, like, how do those conversations tend to go? What are the expectations around pen testing that they have?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, Ryan. Thank you. So essentially, whenever we talk to most MSPs, there's a lot of pushback in the beginning because essentially they're a little concerned and scared that A, they're going to look incompetent, B, their customers are going to get this information and then they're going to come out and the security assessment is going to make them look like they don't have the knowledge or lack thereof, right? So a lot of the times we get a lot of pushback from the MSP providers because they want to make sure that the customer understands, hey, listen, we're doing the best we can. We bring these guys in as a third party to help scope this assessment to understand that piece, right? The difficult side of that would be that piece, right? The other side is where MSPs may come up to us and say, we have a customer who has a security concern and they want us to test a certain space. But they don't really understand exactly what testing looks like or what they need it to look like. And so our goal at that point is to sit down and explain to them the methodologies between, okay, listen, you have an external network. Do you need the external network tested? This is what that methodology looks like. Internally, the same concept, externally wireless. And then let them understand, okay, listen, are you PCI? Are you, HIPAA? Do you have any kind of like compliance framework that needs to be followed or so on? Then we have to test accordingly to that. Outside of that, it's more due diligence and understanding, do you need this? Do you want this? Is this something you're looking for? Are you willing to make these changes? Because that's ultimately the goal of this.